Top 5 worst teams in the West going into next season, y'all. Shout out Ken Love Hoops. FYI, this is in no particular order. This is a no-brainer right here. We got the Portland Trailblazers, man. Damian Lillard doesn't even want to be there right now, so that's the ultimate red flag about them. They got some great young promising pieces in Anthony Simons, and obviously they just drafted Scoot Henderson, who's projected to be a really good point guard in this league. However, they're not going to be much different compared to the team that they were last year, man. They're going to still be in the bottom of the Western Conference for sure. Until this day, the Portland Trailblazers still have one of the worst front offices in the entire league. We got the Rockets, man. Obviously, you guys know the negative narratives that revolve around Jalen Green and just the entire Rockets roster in general, pertaining towards them not playing basketball at the best of quality. They did sign both Fred VanVleet and Dillon Brooks. You guys can determine whether or not the Rockets overpaid for both of those players in general. Now, I personally think that those two additions could benefit the Rockets going into next season, as well as banking on the possibilities of both Jabari Smith Jr. and Jalen Green possibly breaking out into better players for the near future. However, I don't think the Rockets are ready yet, man. I think they're still going to be in the bottom of the conference. We got the Spurs, man. The most overhyped draft prospect in NBA history, even more hyped than LeBron James for that matter, is this entire San Antonio Spurs team, man. Now, not gonna lie, as a rookie, I think Victor Wembanyama is going to have a fairly solid season, and he's definitely, in my personal opinion, going to be in the race to win the Rookie of the Year award. However, outside of Victor Wembanyama, what do the Spurs team have? If everyone was a little bit more developed, including Victor Wembanyama, we could possibly be having an entirely different conversation about the San Antonio Spurs, man. As you guys already know, Victor Wembanyama's potential is through the roof, man. But as of right now, they ain't got it. I don't know for sure, but this could possibly be a very unpopular opinion within the NBA community in general, man. I got the Pelicans as one of the worst teams in the West. Now, we all know what the Pelicans could be, man. They got all the talent in the world. They have CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram, and Zion Williamson, including Jose Alvarado, Trey Murphy, and company, man. I feel like that's a team that should be playoff worthy. However, as you guys already know, they're injured every single year, especially Zion Williamson, the same player that was supposed to be their franchise player. And they're talking about how Trey Murphy tore his meniscus, y'all. That is not a good sight at all, considering his utmost potential for this Pelicans team. If Zion Williamson could lay off the cheeseburgers for a fat minute and stay more healthy and be more available for the Pelicans, maybe this team could make the playoffs, but I'm not sold on them just yet, man. Last but not least, we got the Utah Jazz, man. Now, me personally, I didn't pay too much attention as to what the Utah Jazz have done in this offseason in general. But to my knowledge, they really didn't do too much, man. They're probably going to be running with basically the same exact team that they had last season. And considering that, I don't think that team got it just yet, man. Lauri Markkanen, though, he's official, y'all. He balled his ass off all throughout last season, winning the Most Improved Player of the Year award, putting himself on the map as one of them ones in this NBA league in general, man. The Utah Jazz are still a fairly young team. They have quite a few young talented players on that squad in general, including Walker Kessler. He played very phenomenal in his rookie season in general. Let's see how he develops going into his second season. However, they're still rebuilding, and me personally, I really don't think the Utah Jazz are even expecting to make the playoffs next season. Those are the 5 teams that I think are going to be the worst in the Western Conference. What do you guys think, man?